And I'd like to read to you just a little bit about some documentation that John had sent to me as a member of, as mayor and member of council. And it's kind of a story here, so I'd like to read just a little bit, if I may. So, and this kind of sets it up for us a little bit. Many years ago, the farmland, of course, all of the land you see here would have been farmland, was sold in an almost overnight agreement to the town of Carleton Place for our industrial park. Ralph Rudolph, who was the gentleman that came to Carleton Place looking for a piece of property for what was then called the Roland Check Services. And then Mayor Howard McNeely, aimed to please Rudolph McNeely, asked Rolf point blank where he wanted to situate his business. Frank Rolf took one look at the map and pointed to the location where the brick furniture store now stands. The story goes that Percy and Anna Dunlop were quickly solicited to sell their farmland at the rear of Town Line Road East, and the completed sale took less than 48 hours. And for those of you who are familiar with municipal politics, 48 hours is lightning quick. It is a miracle. The family has said that in turn they were promised to have that sold land named Dunlop Industrial Park. Town officials and other members of the community have worked very hard to make that happen. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a wonderful photo here, and you know, these kinds of things have so much meaning behind them. There's a lot of story here. And when I look at this lady right here, John, where are you?
Right here.
There you are. So when I look at this wonderful lady here, that would be your grandmother. We buy and sell an awful lot of land in the town of Carleton Place, but we never have photo ops with those who are selling the property. So I think that tells you that there was a lot of meaning here. Imagine the mayor of the community and some business people approaching a member of the community with land and saying, we'd like to buy your property, and the reason we'd like to buy it is for the betterment of the community, for industry to come into town. There would have been a lot of pressure on this family to accommodate that request. So, and perhaps maybe that's why they've got your grandmother in this picture, and it kind of signifies that it's not just a simple land transaction. I think this family believed that they were doing something more than selling their land. They were contributing something much bigger to our community and accommodating this building. And that building was the beginning of so much more. I suspect it is the impetus for this one going up and being sold, and all of the other ones around. And of course, we've got other business parks that are in development stage right now, or are mature as well. So on behalf of the town, I'd like to thank you and your family, John, for bringing this to our attention. The letter was sent to me sometime in January, and it took up until today to make this happen. We didn't have a policy. Once it became clear to us that we needed to name this park, we realized we didn't have a policy. So staff were kind enough to put together a policy. They advertised it. Of course, the groundwork had already been done, and it was an easy decision for us to name this park. It was, I think, clearly promised by the town, and John was kind enough to send us all kinds of documentation to support that. And I guess we should just cut the ribbon and officially name the park. So with that, oh yes, and that's a good point. This is not just a simple request. There was a groundswell of support that came from members of our community, like Linda Sexpina and others as well. Jerry, you were involved in this with John at the early stages. So Linda, did you want to say something?
Yeah, just a few words here.
Yeah.
That's all. You know, when I first walked into the Dunlop home last year with Jennifer Fenwick-Irwin from our museum, I felt an immediate great sense of responsibility for its legacy and the family that lived there for generations. Leaving a legacy means leaving behind something that people will remember you by, especially this deal that went down for the Roldark Check Company. A family tree such as the Dunlop Kennys and the Walshes is more than just names and places. These ancestors were real people with vibrant lives of their own. I care passionately about history, and our Lanark County ancestors have made a great impact on me. So ask yourself, whose life do you want to positively impact today? Stay focused on making a difference to others. People who have been supported and moved by you are the ones who are going to carry on your legacy. What you leave behind is not what is engraved on stone monuments, but is what woven into the lives of others. As family genealogists, we don't want to face the fate of the dinosaurs. We are a vibrant breed, and we need to share our love for family history with the next generation. Without a sense of caring, there can be no sense of community, and this gesture by the town of Carleton Place has provided so much goodwill to our community. As Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, every book is a quotation, every house is a quotation out of all forests and mines and stone quarries, and every single man is a quotation from all his ancestors. Thank you also goes to Jerry Flynn, Wally Thorbinson, and Brian Doucette. Carleton Place, I am so damn proud of you today. Thank you.
Jerry, did you want to say a few words, Jerry?
You go ahead.
I just want to thank everybody for coming. It's been 52 years in the making, and a picture is worth 1,000 words.
Sure is. Well said.
I got an attachment to the Dunlop. My family came from the end of, my dad's family came from the end of Lanark Street there, so, and I spent a lot of my youth, winter times sliding on Dunlop's Hill. That was the big hill in Carleton Place, along with Stoddard's Hill, which was right on the road. Imagine that today. My first job out of school was Rural Arc Check Services right there. And I just want to tell you, Louis talked about how fast that came together. Well, I'll tell you the reason why. Wally Cook would be only too happy to tell you the reason why. Because there was a group of business people with a lot of strength in this town. There was a lot of business that got done by handshake. There's a lot of trips to Queen's Park, and the biggest secret was they told the politicians to get the hell out of the way and let us get something done. So Wally's only too happy, and he's proud of that. These were strong people, and we got an industrial park here because of those people. So anyway, we have a lot to be proud of, and a lot of people came before us to make these things happen. So this and to have this dedication to the Dunlop family, it puts the icing on the cake in a lot of senses. So, and it's nice to have the family here and everybody here that's with us today. Thank you.
Absolutely. Is there anyone else that'd like to share a family story? I mean, it's not often we get together times like this where it's a happy story and one that honors the family name. Is there anyone that would like to say anything else or share something? No? Too shy? All right, it's good. Let's start. Get the ribbon out. Got the scissors. How about we get the family? John, did you